Hey there traders, welcome back for episode 18 from the StockBandit.tv. I'm sure glad that you made it. Okay, so not all trading days are easy. If you've been at it for any length of time, you know that. You know, sometimes the market throws you a curve and it makes either a huge move overnight by gapping, or sometimes it just refuses to do very much at all because there's a distinct lack of momentum, and we see that happen just as often. You know, quite a few times we do see right in front of scheduled news, the market just kind of gets into hold mode and it shuts down and it doesn't do a whole lot. And that really is based on the fact that institutional traders don't want to gamble with their money. They're going to wait for a more clear picture, and they don't want to jump in front of scheduled news. And so what that does is they don't create those nice waves for us as individual traders to be able to jump on board for. Now, that was definitely the case today as the market just flip-flopped kind of within a pretty narrow trading range. In fact, on this chart, you can see how narrow today's trading range is for the S&P 500 compared to all these recent days. We also saw very light volume accompany that, and so that's what we saw today. You know, traders just weren't willing to do very much in front of this big stimulus bailout plan. And so as those details are being anticipated, very few traders were willing to make big, bold bets in front of that and actually get stocks moving. And when those big gaps do come along after the news is out, which we often tend to see, it's very difficult to locate a good risk-reward play. So if you like to eyeball the charts and you like to pick key levels to initiate trades through, you really just don't get the chance very often to grab that natural move beyond that level. Sometimes prices just jump or skip or gap beyond those levels. And in both cases, sometimes you just have to be willing to pass up trades, whether the market's in shutdown mode and not doing anything, or it gaps really big. You know, if momentum is really absent, sometimes it means that you're risking X to make X, and sometimes that's just not good enough. You want to be risking X to make 2 or 3 times X. You know, if we get a big gap and stocks jump beyond our levels, then your risk reward has also changed in those cases as well. So let's take a look at the S&P 500 right now. We see that it has approached the previous bounce high set a couple weeks ago. So that's an important level for this index right now. And if it can move naturally up through that level, then it's probably free to climb back up here to the upper end of this big trading range that it has spent so much of the past few months in. Now, if we wanted to trade or play that by trading the spiders, which have an identical chart, of course, they track the S&P 500, what you need to see is a move up through this resistance level to the upside. And of course, if we gap beyond that, then you're not going to be able to initiate a trade up through that exact level as you ideally would be able to. And what that means is that you're going to have to pay up and enter your trade at a price that might be quite different than what you originally intended. You know, the whole point of trading the market is to make money, and the best way to do that is really to continually manage our risk as traders. If you're still looking and taking the same amount of risk, but the reward or the profit that you're likely to get from it, if you're right, is really diminished, then what you're doing is you're lowering your standards for your risk management. You're getting lax on that, and you're allowing yourself to take on more risk for less reward. So keep your standards high and only take those trades which fit into your game plan, whatever that may be. As long as it suits your style and it's what you originally planned for, you're going to be much better off than if you lower your standards and simply try to stay active in the market, even if it's making big moves. All right, I'll see you soon with another video, but until then, trade like a bandit.